This is Head Lake, and it's very windy. A lot of white caps. We crossed from over there, and that was quite challenging. We had a broadside wind the whole time, and I think Head River's up this way. It is Saturday, August 5th, 2017. We're here at Queen Elizabeth II Provincial Park. We're out for a 3-day trip. We just got off Head Lake, which is quite choppy. A couple storms went through. It's also very windy. Some water was going over the bow a couple times. We just pulled off that and are going up Head River right now. We're going to Fishog Lake tonight, and we're camping there for 2 nights. This is Head River. It's really nice with all the water flowers and lily pads. It's also very calm, which is nice. There's a lot of fall colors in here, and it's only August. A couple of weeks ago we had a good drought, so I don't know if the younger trees are just stressed from that. Well, it's starting to rain pretty good out here. Well, it's a light mist, but there's so much of it that we're getting soaked anyways. It's still really nice down this river. These are the waterfalls on Head River. The portage is just to the right there. This is the dam on Head River, and it's pretty cool in here. There's what do you call them? Waxwings snagging up mosquitoes all around. Check out the size of this centipede or millipede. That's my hand. This thing's massive. Loon just offshore, and he dives. Show you around camp. There's one water access there, and another one there. Cole's just finishing up the firewood for tonight. And we got the tent and tarp back here. There's lots of firewood to find, so that wasn't an issue at all. And because we had the few storms, we just set up the tarp just in case. And there's another water access down there. It's a little bit swampy, full of lily pads, but it's out of the wind. All this is out of the wind. And there's a nice little bench up there with all our stuff on it. Yep. There we are. Finally caught a fish. Beautiful bass. So this is it for night 1. You're on Fishog Lake. It's a perfect day. Did some fishing, caught a bunch of smallmouth. The rain came on and off, but it wasn't much of a problem. We're at a beautiful campsite right now, so that helped out. Tomorrow we're doing a little bit of a day trip. It's gonna be nice. See you tomorrow. Today for breakfast is leftover hot dogs with eggs, some jalapeno and onions in there, and cheese, and you got coffee and Baileys to go with it. And it's turned out to be a fun morning. Hi Cole. Hi Kurt. And a little bit of a show from this beaver. Thought he was landing on the other side of the island, but he might be landing here. Good morning. It is day 2 here on Fishog Lake. We just did some fishing last night. Been catching a little bit of smallmouth bass, but nothing too big yet. And we just chilled out. We're staying here again tonight, so we had a relaxing morning, very casual. Breakfast was pretty awesome. And today we're going to do a day trip to Clear Lake and loop back around again. It should be a few hours. And it's a beautiful day. Lakes were calm this morning. There's been several float planes flying around. One landed on the lake. It's just going to be a great day for traveling. Got the food barrel hung for the day while we go on our trip. This pine is really large, so it was like a perfect branch for hanging stuff, and we got it tied down over there. This is the creek from Redboat Lake into Fishog Lake. There's a series of portages along the creek that we'll have to do. There's a little turtle on that log straight ahead. Yeah. Painted or ready or slimy? Just chilling out. There's a first portage there, but we're gonna try heading up the creek. So this is as far as we got. I don't think we can avoid the portages. Probably little dams like this every so often. This is the first pond on Redboat Lake Creek. This is the start of the second portage. It's on the right of the pond. This portage is a very steep climb. It can be challenging when it's wet out. This is the pond after the 290-meter portage. It's just a long and narrow channel. This is the start of the 40-meter portage. It's pretty much just a hop over to there. And a little four-wheeler trail. Beaver Dam is right there. And right into here. Here's the start of the next portage. There's a cairn up on the hill there. It's not near the end of this little pond. So this is just after the 70-meter portage, and we gotta go back in there to get to the next one. But there's a big bog with a creek running through it, so if you didn't know which way to go, you could go down that way by accident. So this is the start of the 5-meter portage, which I assume is just dragging over this beaver dam. We just followed the bog. There's a creek that follows it all the way around the bog to the left and kind of wrapped around over here. There's a few beaver houses in the middle. So this is the 5-meter portage. It's just around this dam here. And, we're into the next spot. Because of the dam though, the water is really low, so it could be a little bit challenging. This is the start of Redboat Lake right after the portage. So this is the east end of Redboat Lake, and we've been getting smallmouth bass, or I mean I have been, out of this little bay. So we couldn't make it to Clear Lake. The portage trail is very difficult to follow, and we ended up following an old four-wheeling trail that ended at a small beaver pond. And then we started on what we thought was the correct one, which I believe it is. There's arrows on the ground. But it's 2:30 now. We got a few hours to get back home, so we're just gonna stay in Redboat Lake and keep fishing there, and then head back to our campsite. Should probably take about 2 hours to get back there from Redboat Lake. So for lunch, we're just having sardines, cheese, and onions, and a wrap. It's really good. So this is it for day 2 here on Fishog Lake. We made a day trip where we tried to get to Clear Lake, but we were only able to get as far as Redboat Lake. We started on the portage to Clear Lake, got lost, backtrack, and by then it was 2:30 in the afternoon, so we just decided to stay on Red Boat Lake and keep fishing. So we spent a bunch of time there, caught maybe a dozen or so smallmouth, and then we made our way back. It took maybe an hour and 20 minutes of just going to get back to Fishog Lake. We're just getting supper ready now, and we're having chili mac tonight, and then we're gonna relax. It's about 6:30 now, so a couple hours we'll have the sunset. Yeah, it was a really nice day. The weather was great for us. The winds died down a lot now, so we'll be able to enjoy that. So this is our lake, and it's 7:45 right now. It's almost like glass out there. And we're just about to get supper on. But such an incredible view. We're taking it in right now. It's a really nice campsite. We are making some jalapeno and cheddar bannock tonight to go with our chili mac. This is the first flip of the jalapeno cheddar bannock. It's looking awesome right now. So this is the finished product of chili mac. We got Doritos and we got jalapeno cheddar bannock as well. It turned out awesome. Tastes really good. We're just having pancakes for breakfast today. Just about to get ready to flip this one. We picked some blueberries yesterday on our trip, so I got some of them in there. Ooh, that's looking good. So here's the finished product of pancakes with dried strawberries and apples, maple syrup, coffee, and Baileys. Good morning. It is day 3 here on Fishog Lake. We've just finished breakfast and are getting ready to head out. It's raining lightly right now, and we had a little bit of a light rain earlier on when we were getting breakfast ready. So it's going to be about an hour and a half to get out of here. Pretty easy trip. We'll probably do some fishing along the way. So this concludes our trip. We're back on Head Lake now, and it's like a night and day difference from how windy it was the other day. We should make good time across it. It was an awesome trip, real leisurely. We went to Red Boat Lake as a day trip and caught a bunch of smallmouth. And then Fishog Lake was a beautiful lake, a great campsite. It was a great trip all around, a lot of fun. Thanks for watching.